Peace be upon you, dear friends. I greet you today from the bottom of my heart, and together we embark on a new journey of reflections. Today, we'll ask a simple yet profound question. How can small habits make a radical change in our lives? We'll answer this question by reviewing the key ideas presented in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, to see how we can build positive habits that push us towards better, and drop the negative habits that hinder our progress. Have you ever thought about how the smallest details affect the whole picture? Habits are like that, like water droplets carving stone over time. Simple changes that seem insignificant in the moment become hugely impactful over time. Success is not the product of a defining moment, but the result of a daily accumulation of small habits. Let our habits be a ladder we climb towards our dreams, one step at a time, to reach what we aspire to. James Clear says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." Goals are what we want to achieve, but systems are what will get us there. Focus on building a system that makes it easy for you to practice your positive habits and leave the rest to time. You'll find yourself progressing towards your goals automatically without pressure or exhaustion. Chapter 3. The Habit Loop, From Cue to Reward. In this chapter, we will delve deep into the fascinating world of habits and how they shape our daily lives. Habits are powerful forces that can either propel us towards success or hold us back from reaching our full potential. By understanding the mechanics of habits, we can take control of our actions and create a life that aligns with our goals and aspirations. Every habit has a life cycle that goes through 4 basic stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. This cycle is often referred to as the habit loop. It is a neurological loop that governs any habit, and understanding it is the first step to mastering your habits. It starts with the cue that triggers the habit. The cue is a signal or trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. It can be anything from a time of day, an emotional state, a specific location, or even the presence of certain people. For example, the sound of your alarm clock in the morning is a cue to start your day. Then comes the craving that drives us to do it. Cravings are the motivational force behind every habit. Without some level of desire or craving, we have no reason to act. The craving is what makes the habit appealing. For instance, the craving for a fresh cup of coffee might drive you to get out of bed and start your morning routine. Followed by the response, which is the habit itself. The response is the actual behavior you perform when you encounter the cue and experience the craving. It can take the form of a thought or an action. For example, brushing your teeth, going for a run, or checking your phone for notifications. And finally, the reward that motivates us to repeat the habit. The reward is the end goal of every habit. It's the reason the brain decides that the previous steps are worth remembering for the future. Rewards can be tangible, like a piece of chocolate, or intangible, like a sense of accomplishment or a feeling of relaxation. Understanding this cycle helps us control our habits. By identifying the cues and rewards, we can change the routine and create new positive habits. This process is known as habit reversal training and is a powerful tool for personal development. We can change the cues to encourage positive habits. For example, if you want to develop a habit of reading more, you can place a book on your pillow as a cue to read before bed. By altering the environment and making the cues more obvious, we can make it easier to start new habits and stimulate the craving by linking the habit to goals we want to achieve, facilitating the response and removing obstacles. For instance, if your goal is to exercise more, you can lay out your workout clothes the night before and visualize the benefits of a healthy lifestyle. This makes the craving stronger and the response more automatic. In addition to making the reward more attractive, rewards should be meaningful and satisfying to reinforce the habit. They can be small treats like a piece of chocolate after a workout, or larger rewards like a weekend getaway after reaching a significant milestone. By carefully designing the reward, we can ensure that the habit loop is completed and the new habit is ingrained. By mastering the habit loop, we can take control of our behaviors and create a life that is aligned with our values and aspirations. It's a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. So, start today by identifying one habit you want to change and apply the habit loop principles to transform it. Remember, small changes can lead to significant results over time. Chapter 4. Golden Rules for Building Positive Habits. James Clear offers us 4 effective rules for building positive habits in his book, Atomic Habits. These rules are designed to help us create lasting changes in our lives by focusing on small, incremental improvements. By understanding and applying these principles, we can transform our daily routines and achieve our long-term goals. First, make the habit obvious and specific. This means clearly defining what you want to achieve and setting a specific plan for how to do it. For example, instead of saying, "I want to read more," you could say, "I will read for 20 minutes every night before bed." By making your goal clear and specific, you remove any ambiguity and make it easier to follow through. Second, make it attractive and enjoyable. Find ways to make the habit appealing so that you look forward to doing it. This could involve pairing the habit with something you already enjoy, like listening to your favorite music while exercising. When the habit is enjoyable, it becomes something you want to do, rather than something you feel you have to do. Third, make it easy to do. Simplify the habit as much as possible to reduce any friction that might prevent you from starting. This could mean laying out your workout clothes the night before or keeping a book by your bedside table. The easier it is to start the habit, the more likely you are to stick with it. Fourth, make it satisfying and rewarding. Give yourself a small reward each time you complete the habit to reinforce the positive behavior. This could be as simple as checking off a box on a habit tracker or treating yourself to a small indulgence. The reward creates a positive feedback loop that motivates you to continue the habit. When the habit is clear, it becomes easy to stick to it. Clarity removes any confusion and helps you stay focused on your goal. When it's attractive, we embrace it with desire, and making it easy removes the obstacles to starting. The easier and more enjoyable the habit, the more likely we are to integrate it into our daily lives. As for the reward, it motivates us to continue. Rewards provide a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction, which encourages us to keep going. By consistently applying these 4 rules, we can build positive habits that last a lifetime and lead to meaningful changes in our lives. Chapter 5. Goodbye to bad habits. Just as we can build positive habits, we can also get rid of negative habits by reversing the 4 previous rules. So we hide the triggers, make the habit unattractive, increase its difficulty, and reduce the immediate reward we get from it. With perseverance and patience, we will be able to get rid of them completely and break free from their chains. Outro conclusion: the journey of change starts now. As we embark on this journey, it's important to remember that change is a process, not a destination. It's a series of small steps that lead us to our ultimate goals. Each step, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. The road ahead may seem long and daunting, but with each step, we grow stronger and more resilient. The journey of change is filled with opportunities for growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to learn more about ourselves and what we're capable of achieving. So, let's embrace this journey with open hearts and minds, ready to face the challenges and celebrate the victories along the way. Friends, James Clear assures us that small, consistent changes are what make a big difference over time. In his book, Atomic Habits, he explains how tiny changes can lead to remarkable results. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about making small, manageable adjustments that we can stick to. These small changes, when practiced consistently, can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. It's about building habits that support our goals and help us become the best version of ourselves. So, let's take inspiration from James Clear and start making those small changes today. Success is not the result of big decisions or sudden changes, but rather an accumulation of good habits that we practice day after day. It's about the daily choices we make and the actions we take consistently. These habits shape our lives and determine our success. It's the small, everyday actions that add up to create significant change over time. So, let's focus on building good habits and making positive choices every day. Let's be mindful of our actions and strive to make each day better than the last, but rather an accumulation of good habits that we practice day after day. It's about the small, consistent actions that we take every day. These actions, no matter how small, can have a big impact on our lives. It's about being consistent and staying committed to our goals. It's about making a conscious effort to improve ourselves every day. So, let's focus on building good habits and making positive choices every day. Let's be mindful of our actions and strive to make each day better than the last. So let the journey of change begin here and now. with a commitment to making small, positive changes in our lives. It's about taking that first step, no matter how small, and building on it every day. It's about setting realistic goals and working towards them consistently. It's about being patient and persistent and not giving up when things get tough. The journey of change is not always easy, but it's always worth it. So, let's start today and take that first step towards a better future by changing just one habit in your life. It could be something as simple as drinking more water, exercising regularly, or spending more time with loved ones. Whatever it is, make a commitment to change it today. Start small and build on it every day. Remember, it's the small changes that make the biggest difference. So let's start today and take that first step towards a better future. Remember, every small step brings you closer to your big goal. It's about making progress, no matter how small, and celebrating each victory along the way. It's about staying focused and committed to your goals, and not giving up when things get tough. So let's take that first step today, and start the journey of change. Let's make a commitment to ourselves to be better, and to make positive changes in our lives. Let's embrace the journey, and enjoy the process of becoming the best version of ourselves. I leave you in God's safety and care with a heart full of hope and a mind ready for change. Remember, the journey of change starts now, and it's up to us to make the most of it. Let's take that first step today and start the journey towards a better future. Let's be patient and persistent and not give up when things get tough. Let's stay focused and committed to our goals and celebrate each victory along the way. So, until we meet again in New Reflections, take care and stay safe. Until we meet again in New Reflections, let's continue to strive for greatness and make positive changes in our lives every day. Let's be mindful of our actions and make a conscious effort to improve ourselves every day. Let's embrace the journey of change and enjoy the process of becoming the best version of ourselves. So until we meet again, take care and stay safe.